What could Taylor Swift be plotting amid her longest hiatus since Reputation? Kanye West slammed Khloe Kardashian over a photo of his child that sparked this internet debate? And Zendaya did what after taking a very public tumble? We've got all of that and more right here on Clevver's Weekly Recap. Friends, Taylor's version has once again topped the Twitter trends this week amid the ongoing debate between Speak Now and 1989's release. You know what that means. It's time to get our Swiftie detective skills on. Let's go.
It's happening. It's happening.
We may be weeks away from Easter, but the hunt has continued as even more possible clues are coming out of the woodworks. So it seems anyway. And things came to an all-time high this week when Taylor's version, followed by Speak Now's seemingly random Twitter trends, both took off on Wednesday, which might have all started back up thanks to a viral tweet that attached a picture from Tay's collaborator Jack Antonoff's Instagram account, which included a photo of Taylor in the studio and a Speak Now lyric reading, "One day we will be remembered." As it turns out, the only thing we will be remembering is that this tweet was completely fake.
You are so fake.
But real talk, who out there wants to play with our Swiftie hearts like this? But when doing some light research of our own and after some helpful tips and tweets, when Googling both 1989 and Speak Now Taylor's versions, only 1989 came up in the search with Taylor's version attached to it. Very interesting. Seems pretty convincing, right? Hold that thought. As 1989 theories became more and more believable, yet another tweet surfaced in the form of an alleged album prelude, as if Taylor had written it about the 2014 album.
I don't even want to talk to you. What else? I don't even want to tell you about it.
Oh yeah, that turned out to be fake too. Aside from the real hints or Easter eggs, if you will, that we've previously reported, including but not limited to the graffiti wall in The Man, the 1989 car in All Too Well, the Mine and Ours lyric hints, the purple red carpet outfit, Sadie Sink as Taylor's Shake It Off doppelganger, and basically the entire I Bet You Think About Me music video, which all throw us in for the loop that it can be either album. Other theories are suggesting a double album release of the two.
Less on doing what they say I can't do, and more on doing whatever the hell I want.
As many have also pointed out, this just so happens to be Taylor's longest hiatus since Reputation's release back in 2017, so she might end up doing it big. Oh, and I mean really big. May we introduce you to the May 13th theory? The thrifty Swiftie was onto something when she explained not only does Taylor love Friday the 13th, but that it's a double 13 day, with the date being the 13th and all the digits in the dates adding up to 13. Mind blown. This also happens to be the only Friday the 13th in 2022. So basically what we're getting at, and as this tweet so beautifully put it, is that we are tie red. But make it Taylor's version. So is Taylor just sitting around watching us lose our minds like the clowns that we are? Probably. Does she have something extravagant planned for us Swifties in the coming weeks? I believe so. Could she throw us all for a loop with an album that's not 1989 or Speak Now? Oh man, that's really possible. Like it could be her debut or Karma. Or is Tay dropping hints for both because even she's unsure? I mean, that's totally possible. Shake It Off is held up in a lawsuit, but I heard apparently all of her 1989 music has been removed from TikTok. And that text exchange in The Joker and the Queen with Ed Sheeran, that was during the time she was on tour with Ed for 1989. So surely these are all hints. I feel like the only thing we are 100% completely sure of is that we absolutely know nothing about what Taylor's next move is gonna be. Do you know how tired we are of clowning Tay? But as Swifties, we signed up for this and we wouldn't have it any other way. Somehow the theories have spawned even more theories suggesting that we may not even be on the right path at all, and that this 1989 versus Speak Now fork in the road is leading us down the path of least resistance. Throwing to some of your comments, Jasmine Foster also brought up the idea of both albums being released as a double album release. However, Lennon is hoping that doesn't actually happen, writing, "I hope she doesn't release them at the same time. They deserve their respective mini eras and it would be too much." Honestly, same. I really want them both to have their own time to shine, and I don't think my brain could actually take it if both were released at the same time. It would probably explode. But Tay will take everything and anything. And in perfect timing with everything else going on, JC suggested, I just want Reputation Taylor's version, but that would also push Kanye over the edge. Yeah, maybe let's just slow down on Reputation for the time being. Although Taylor is clearly on Kanye's mind. I'm sure you guys saw last week that Marvel Photoshop poster he posted with Taylor on the other side. I mean, we already know who won that fight.
I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative.
And many like Colleen Hickey even feel that the double album Clues could be due to a legal issue, writing, I think she's teasing both because she doesn't know what is happening with the Shake It Off lawsuit. Has to be prepped for either to launch. Honestly, I also agree with that theory. Like maybe Taylor doesn't know if the Shake It Off lawsuit is going to be done by then, so she's teasing both to keep us on our toes, but also because she's not sure yet. All I can think of is this tweet and viral meme that the three Spideys created this week, figuring out which album is next, cause this is exactly what's going on in my head right now. Anyone else's head spinning? No? Just me? Oh, like I said earlier, the only thing we know 100% for sure is that we completely know nothing about what Taylor really has planned. So in conclusion, can someone get me an Advil and maybe a clown suit while you're at it? Alright, now I know for many of you, you're tired and sick of hearing about Kanye West's latest antics on your feed. Trust me, I'm exhausted too. But Kanye's still all over the news on the daily right now, and nevertheless what many of you are still talking about. And while I'm not going to get into everything Kanye did or said this week, we'd be here all day, there is one story that really got the debate going this week for multiple reasons. Khloe Kardashian posted pictures to her Instagram story with Kim and Kanye's 4-year-old daughter Chicago while on a girls' day out. However, it seems that in the pictures, while it was likely a filter, it appeared as though Chicago was wearing makeup as she smiled and did a kiss face with Auntie Khloe. Ye, who's been very vocal of how protective he is over the way his children are portrayed on social media, reposted and deleted a montage of Khloe's photos along with the caption, "These pics are too grown looking for my little girl." Now, like I said earlier, this particular story really raised a lot of interesting debate from you guys. Now, before I get into my thoughts, I really want to share with you what some of you had to say. Ray completely sided with Ye, writing, I agree with Kanye for once. No kid needs filters or makeup until they understand it. Which was also echoed by Laura, asking why you would need to put this kind of filter on a 4-year-old in the first place. And Danny, who pointed out that there are so many creeps on the internet, and as a mother of 3 girls, she agrees with Kanye this time. And there were loads more comments like those. Honestly, I've got to agree with the makeup and glam filter part. Like, until kids are old enough themselves, is it that hard for them to avoid using them? While Kanye did raise a valid point that it seems so many commenters said they understood, this user felt that this should have been taken up with the family away from social media, wondering, why does he have to tell the whole internet all of this stuff? He can't keep it private? Honestly, I completely agree. This 1000% is a private family matter and should be kept private and not shared with the entire world on the internet. While others took aim and called Kanye out, like Paul, who said he didn't have an issue when Kim was using filters on the kids when they were married, but suddenly it's wrong? Can't we all just see Kanye is looking for attention? Look, is Ye right to have a say about his 4-year-old's image on social media posted by someone who's not her mum? Yes. Did Kanye's post highlight the potentially damaging effects of filters on young children? Actually, yeah. But is reposting Khloe's picture drawing more attention to the very image that you don't want people to see? Yes. And should this have been hashed out as a private family matter? Abso-f-lutely. While I'm not a parent myself, I can't and won't talk about parenting other people's children. However, I think this raises a really important issue about children on social media and self-image, particularly unrealistic beauty standards, and how early those standards are ingrained in children by adults sometimes without even knowing they're contributing to it. I'm sure Khloe meant no harm in this particular instance, as someone who often uses beauty filters and who has even admitted to her own image insecurities. While I'll put my hand up to say I love using beauty filters myself, they make you look snatched even without washing your face in the morning. But I think this raises a really important question about what this second nature use of filters is teaching the younger generations, or unintentionally training kids to think and feel a certain way about the image they put out before they're even young enough to understand image and filters. But playing devil's advocate here, the flip side to that is, it's just a filter. Calm down, it's not that deep. I mean, I've used filters playing with my nephews and younger cousins, and we've had so much fun. Admittedly, they're not glam looks and making them look like they're wearing makeup, you know, things like animal ears and things like that. But this online debate has really forced me to ask myself, what do I think is right? And what would I do? While I don't think one answer works for everybody, that's really the biggest takeaway from all of this, isn't it? I guess my point is, perhaps Khloe can still have that fun with the little ones, but rather than sharing the images with the entire world on the internet, she can save them to her phone. And when she does post images of anyone's children that aren't her own, then maybe don't use a filter. But while Kanye raises a very valid concern as Chicago's father, I do not agree with Kanye taking to social media to post images of Chicago that he doesn't want the world to see and attaches language that makes people question, does Chicago look too grown? Which is something most people probably wouldn't even think if they saw those images in the first place. This is a conversation that definitely needed to stay in the family group chat, yay. Okay, that was a lot, so let's switch gears to our girl Zendaya. As we are gearing up for Euphoria's finale episode this week, I can't believe I'm saying finale. Last week's episode 7 basically snatched the rug from right underneath us. But you guys, can we get a really quick wellness check on Zendaya after basically the same thing happened to her in real life?
And I literally thought it was a joke. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
Z was on a high during her lavish Roman holiday over the weekend, but she was left feeling a little bit low in the most literal sense as she made quick contact with the ground beneath her. And I mean very quick contact.
Well, that was a real roller coaster.
The fall was captured basically from every angle as security booked it to her aid to help her back up and basically also catch her from having a major collision with the floor. They caught her like they had spidey senses or something. But the actual best part about this whole slip-up was the fact that Zendaya, in true relatable queen fashion, couldn't help but poke fun at herself in literal tears later on social media, which just makes us love her even that much more.
They got me. They got me. Crying.
She took to social media to share screenshots of the incident, including this Spider-Man inspired meme of her taking place of Tom Holland during a scene involving Doctor Strange. Honestly, even when she's falling, she still looks amazing and graceful, which was a very small fall, by the way. I mean, heck, she even makes it desirable. Like, I literally want to have a fall right now, just like Zendaya. Wait, I actually did have a massive fall when covering my very first major red carpet. I was nervous AF, and going to my spot, I literally felt splat head first in front of so many people. Unfortunately for us, I don't have any pictures or video to show you guys, but I digress. But yeah, Z, your reaction to having that fall makes us love you even that much more as a human. Then again, Zendaya wouldn't be the first or last celebrity to trip in public. After all, they are also human. From Jennifer Lawrence to Taylor Swift, even Ariana Grande have all been caught taking a tumble. Oh, and we can't forget this Harry Styles moment. Celebs, they're just like us, yet they still look so good when having a tumble. Alright you guys, you know I can sit here all day talking to you, but the only thing I love more than that is reading all of your comments. And I'm so sorry if I don't get a chance to respond to all of you. Just know I read all of your comments and I love hearing what you have to say. So keep commenting. So let me know which Taylor album you think she's going to release next, what your thoughts are on children and makeup filters, and also if you've had a fall just like Z, let's talk about it. As for me, I'm gonna gear up, I've got my sparkles on, I'm gonna get my snacks ready for this Euphoria finale because it's gonna be wild. I'm your girl Sussan Mourad, thanks for hanging out with me and I'll catch you later.